The graph of y of f of x is shown below. What is the graph of y equals f of x plus 3 minus 1? So first, we have given function y is equal f of x, and then our function is changed to this form. When we see this form, we see that we add something to x, and from value of our function we subtract 1. So when we see this function, we should know that our f function is moved by vector coordinates a and b, we can write. And when we move function by vector, then after translation, our function has form f of x minus a plus b. In our formula we have plus 3, so we can rewrite that our function y is f of x minus negative 3, close parenthesis, and we have here in our general form plus b, so we can write plus negative 1. And now when we rewrite to this form our y function, we see that the first coordinate of vector is negative 3 and the second b is negative 1. What it means? Because first coordinate is negative, it means we have to move to the left side 3 units to left, and because the second coordinate is also negative, we have to move how many? We have one unit down. The second coordinate always tell us how many units we can move up or down. When it's positive value, we move up. When negative, like here, we move down. And one more time, the first coordinate tells us if we move to the right or left. When it's negative, we move to the left. When it's positive, to the right. So from this form, we see that our function is moved to the left 3 units and down 1 unit. What will be when we move these two characteristic points, negative 1 and 0 coordinates, and this point is 1, 0. When we move these 2 points 3 units to the left and 1 down, we will have the graph of our function. So let's do this. So it will be, we have to move this point 3 units to the left. So 1, 2, 3 to the left and 1 down. So this point, let's put that this is A. So this is A prime. Now the second point we have to do the same. 3 to the left and 1 down. So this will be B, so that point will be B prime. So our function will be something like this. And coordinates of points B prime and A prime we can find. We have to add negative 3 to the first coordinates, negative 1 plus negative 3, so it will be negative 4. And to the second coordinate, what we have to add? Negative 1. 0 plus negative 1 is negative 1. So we have coordinates of A prime point and B prime. What will be? Of course, we have here point 0, 1. The first coordinate is 0 and the second is 1. So now when we move this point. So it will be 0 plus negative 3 is negative 3, and 1 plus negative 1 is 0. So we have that point. B prime has coordinates negative 3, 0, and A prime is negative 4, negative 1. So now we have to go to our graphs and find these two characteristic points. For sure, this is not graph of our y function. After translation, 3 units left and 1 unit down. This is not our solution, because we see that this graph is now in the first and in the fourth quadrant and should be moved to the left. The second, we see that we have these two characteristic points and they are not belong to our function which we obtain after we moved our f of x function 3 units to the left and 1 down. So this is also not graph of our function. The third, what we have? We have point negative 3, 0, exactly the same, and we have point negative 4, negative 1, exactly the same points which we obtain after we move our graph 3 units to the left and 1 unit down. So this is our solution. We can write the answer as 3.